Welcome, I'm Cynthia Greer, and I am introducing my new book, Twinflame's Healing the Shattered Heart When Union Isn't Possible. This is the sequel to Twin Flames Beyond the Veil of Illusion. All of the writing that I do is created as a roadmap to trigger you to aspects of your subconscious mind that you haven't yet awakened, to recall the memory of the key points of your twin flame connection, how you met, what took place when you were in contact, and everything that you have experienced at a soul level. When you have had those highly spiritual experiences that you simply couldn't explain to another individual unless they are highly seasoned with knowledge of the spiritual realm as well as twin flames. This is for those who are ready to cut through the false spiritual belief systems, the false light, false positivity, and the immoral, twisted, warped, deviant ways of sexuality that are deemed spiritual and come under the guise of tantric and are twisted into something that has nothing to do with a physical union that comes from true divine love. The truth, when it comes to the negativity and the fact that demonic forces are rampant upon this earth, and they are willingly hosted by those who give their physical body through their actions and their lust for power over to the negative force in order to have recognition, fame, and monetary gain. This is the downfall of twin flames. It is why so many of them remain in separation, unable to communicate due to the lower ego and the actions brought on through narcissistic behavior patterns. This can keep twin flames in separation for many lifetimes. For me, twin flames have always been a natural part of my life. I grew up around them, and I began to work with those who were coming into union in my mid-20s. I also worked with those who I knew were destined to remain in separation. So when I began to write and seriously work toward publication, Twin Flames were not anywhere near on my list of books to do. I was very happy in my advocacy for disability, creating my program for women who needed to work with the restrictions of their disabilities through adaptive dance and yoga. And I had written children's books. And that was really where I wanted to go with my writing. I wanted to be in those two genres. I was perfectly happy there. And I was balanced in my views toward Twin Flames until I found out I was one. And he returned for a brief period of time, and I had a 3-year cycle of dealing with what everyone else deals with on the Twin Flame journey. So I was just as distraught and obsessed as everyone else. And that experience led me into creating a path of understanding through all my years of experience on a spiritual level to draw from. Because in my heart, I knew that trying to force a union was not the answer. Definitely was not divine, and it was not going to serve a higher purpose. And it took fully surrendering to God, fully accepting what was beyond this physical realm, letting go of what I felt I needed to have to be happy. And when I was able to do this, I was shown the real truth behind twin flame separation. And I can tell you this, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because once the door to that knowledge is open, there really is no going back. You have attained a higher level of consciousness. You are a different individual from where you were even 6 months or a year ago. And this is all in preparation for your real ascension. And that is to move beyond the physical realm, all of the carnal desires, all of the self-centered, self-absorbed behavior, the immature willfulness of thinking that you can control everything around you and not seeing what it is that you are to learn in the current time frame that you are experiencing. When you truly open to the higher spiritual teaching, to the fact that you are created in God's divine image, and you are fully aware of your higher consciousness, and you begin to live in that space, everything else is secondary, because you know the pain that you are experiencing through either the physical loss through death or all of the emotions of low self-esteem because you were rejected. You are going to heal and become a soul that is highly evolved. But it's going to take time. It's going to take patience with yourself and 100% trust and faith that everything that has happened was to raise your consciousness. Because when you get everything you want, when you think you want it, and you get it through manipulation, that is always short-lived. Because on a flesh level, the controlling nature of the human is to force everything to happen instead of flowing in God's divine time. And when you come to that point, you will develop on an empathic level. The more that you release, the more that you pray, the more that you seek God, the calmer you will become, and the more wisdom you will gain in order to discern everything that you are feeling and seeing. And it really is a beautiful path. Because when you allow God to take the helm, everything falls into divine order. Now, it may seem very chaotic at times, but that is part of the journey as well. Because you have to remember that the negative force, the demonic force, rules chaos. It rules confusion. It rules selfishness and manipulation that harms other people. And when you disassociate from the drama and you make up your mind that you are not going to interact with it anymore, you're going to let go of the arguing. You're going to let go of the disagreements. You are going to place your attention on the upper realms and tap into the energy that is available to you for healing. And this is when you grow. And as you grow, you begin to understand that no matter where your twin is at, no matter what they are doing, the lessons that they are learning in the situation or situations that they create are for their soul's growth. And when you both are fully ready in divine timing, that is timeless. It doesn't matter what time span or realm you are in. And common sense is going to tell you that what is in the upper realms is truly divine. And it is a lot better than what we experience on this plane of existence that is also known as the veil of tears, because it is perishable. And all physical life is going to come to an end at some point. I will leave you with this. I welcome your comments. All of my information to my books is in the descriptions box below. I wish you so much love and many blessings.